Good afternoon and welcome to Weldon Road, Castleford. Saints first out on the pitch. This top of the table clash here today at Weldon Road. Castleford unbeaten in the league, just dropped the 1 point at St Helens at Nosey Road in September, but they managed to scrape through with a 14 points each draw. It must be said with a lot of assistance from the referee on that day. But Saints first out on the pitch. Shane Cooper in the standoff position had to be taken off with a leg injury at York in the JPS trophy last week, but he must have responded to treatment and he's back out there as captain of the Saints side. Castleford just taking the field now. I'll just go through the teams for you. Saints number 1 O'Connor, 2 Carrington, 3 Tanner, 4 Loughlin, 5 Quirk, 6 Cooper, 7 Bluer, 8 Burke, 9 Dwyer, 10 Evans, 11 Farber, 12 Haggerty, 13 Barton, 14 Beavers and 15 Allen. I think that's the third game in a row where Saints have managed to field an unchanged side. The Castleford side now, number 1 Belcher, 2 Plange, 3 Marchant, 4 Boothroyd, 5 Horrow, 6 Anderson, 7 Bob Beardmore, 8 Sampson, 9 Kevin Beardmore, 10 England, 11 Ketteridge, 12 Gibbs, 13 Joyner, with substitutes 14 Irwin and 15 Hill. Today's referee is Robin Whitfield, one of the top whistlers in the game, and with the clamp down on the referees, or should I say hopefully the tidying up of the refereeing. These top 10 referees coming into force now, with the referee, ex-referee I should say, Fred Lindop, going to be in charge of them. But Mr Whitfield out there with captains John Joyner for Castleford and Shane Cooper for Saints. Promises to be a real good game today. Snow, just specks of snow coming down. Hope it doesn't spoil your viewing. It wasn't so bad till about half an hour ago, and then we had a real heavy snowstorm, but all looks well. Referee Whitfield centre field, Castleford to kick off. Away we go. Mike Carrington picks it up, drives up to the 25. Castleford moving very quickly. Bernard Dwyer attacked in half back, but the ball goes loose. Saints tidy up on it, but referee Whitfield indicating the ball going back. But Saints still in possession. Obviously handling will be very difficult. As I said, a nasty snowstorm for about half an hour. You can see the snow on the pitch. Would have come down any thicker, it certainly would have looked a bit too dubious. The ball back to Michael O'Connor, back to Loughlin first, and for the usual kick-up field, but he fed it right to O'Connor. O'Connor taken with the ball. Bernard Dwyer trying to clear the line. Castleford putting on the pressure. It's the 6th tackle now for the Saints. They've got to clear it onto Paul Barton. Kicks upfield. Well, the Castleford man loses his footing. Takes it now. Tries to break clear, but Saints cover, comes up very quickly and bring him down just 5 or 6 yards in the Saints half now. Castleford spreading it right, looking to create the gap onto Tony Marchant. David Plange on his outside. Plange now at dummy half. Strong lad this Plange, brought into the Great Britain squad last season. Castleford in possession now. Well, forward pass, a mile forward there from Beardmore onto number 10, Keith England, but referee Whitfield unsighted there. Martin Kettridge now, big second row forward for Castleford, taking it over to the left, but solid Saints tackling. It's the last tackle of this set of 6 for Castleford. It's a Castleford man, the ball's loose, all on rule. Castleford come up with the ball. So Castleford with another 6 tackles there. Awkward spinning ball on these difficult ground conditions. Big prop forward there, Dean Sampson. He's in at number 8 berth today with the injury to international packman Kevin Ward. Sustained a nasty thigh injury last week in the John Player Trophy first round against Leeds. Tremendous forward Ward, but he'll be sadly missed today in the Castleford side. Plenty of strength in the side, but it's Castleford still in possession, just outside the Saints 25. Kevin Beardmore, hooker, that's dummy half now. It's the 6th tackle again for Castleford, just in the Saints 25. And referee Whitfield penalises Saints for moving up in an offside position on the 6th tackle, so Castleford awarded the penalty. So it's Castleford's first chance to get points on the board. Martin Kettridge, second row goal kicker for Castleford. Well, just 3 minutes gone of this first half. Castleford putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the Saints. Saints have withheld it. The early, three sets of the 6 tackles. Camping out on the Saints line, but Saints forced them back up to the halfway line. They just got penalised there for moving up in an offside position on the 6th tackle. So it's Martin Kettridge, just about 20 or just over 25 yards out, about 10 to 15 yards to the right of the posts. Just stepping up now. No, takes it to the right of the posts. No goal. But Saints are going to be forced to drop out from their own 25. Castleford should regain possession. Paul Loughlin, low kick. Bob Beardmore stops it with his hand and takes it back to Ron Gibbs. This international ex-Manly and Gold Coast forward. Got sent off at Nosey Road in the corresponding league clash earlier on in the season. Was sent off just about 6 minutes before the end of the first half. But it's Castleford still in possession, trying to spread it to the right. Ball's loose. Roy Haggerty, I think that is, down on that ball very quickly, Roy Haggerty. Solid tackling from the Saints, paid off, and out Saints with Paul Farber. Saints first touch of the ball, and Gibbs going in there with a rather enthusiastic tackle on Farber, but Gibbs goes in and does his own man. He's down there prostrate on the ground, but it's Saints in possession, moving it to the right. Shane Cooper, Haggerty, quick ball to Bluer, but it goes down. But Haggerty kicks it to upfield. It finds touch, but the original knock-on, I think, is being given. The original knock-on there, yes, signified by referee Whitfield, so it's a scrum down just about 5 yards inside the Castleford half. Castleford down to 12 men, no injured man being treated over here. It's the hooker, Kevin Beardmore, and Castleford come up with the ball. They lose it. Shane Cooper tidies up. So Saints back on the attack. David Tanner from acting halfback, driving up towards the halfway line. Paul Bolton at dummy half, takes it right to Cooper. Darren Bluer, short ball to Haggerty, looking for space. Brought down right on the halfway, well, not brought down, it's actually taken to ground. Stood up in the tackle. Referee shouts hell, Saints allowed to play the ball. Shane Cooper looking for the gap there, tried to slip the ball round the man, but solid tackling from Castleford. Clamp him down, Farber going infield, gets the ball out to Bluer, onto Michael O'Connor. Kicks upfield, all on, but the ball's going on the far side. It's Shane Horrow, manages to scoop it up. Michael O'Connor comes in and completes the tackle, but it's Castleford in their own 25, spreading it to the right. Solid tackling there, Saints moving up very quickly. Tony Burke, but the far side touch judge is on for something in the tap. Well, he looks rather enthusiastic, that far side touch judge. Comes on to report to referee Whitfield. Looks like Stuart Evans being spoken to, and Castleford are going to be awarded the second penalty of the game. Castleford kick for touch, but it's a bad kick. Michael O'Connor takes it safely, drives up towards the halfway line, shakes off 2 tackles, but finally brought down. Castleford back to full complement now. Kevin Beardmore, Saints faithful there, get behind him now. A lot of the crowd come out into the open now. As I said, we had half an hour of snowstorm before. If it had carried on any longer, the game might have looked a bit doubtful. But there's a lot of people going out into the outside now. Not a bad crowd, perhaps about 4,000 or 5,000. On to Farber, bursting through. Grant Anderson brings him down. Ronnie Gibbs comes up in support. But it's Saints now. Cooper dribbles through. Castleford man picks it up. Good ply there from Cooper and Bluer. but the Castleford man well up to it, and he saw it, went down on it. It's Gary Belcher, this Canberra full-back going through, but Saints are being penalised there. Roy Haggerty being spoken to by referee Whitfield. Castleford man down on the ground, and Castleford awarded another penalty. Castleford man receiving treatment as Martin Kettridge makes no mistake this time, finds touch. 5 yards inside the Saints 25. It's Castleford to restart. Plays it to himself, drives upfield. I think it's Anderson that time. No, it's Horrow it was, but Castleford moving it right. On to loose forward and captain John Joyner. Drop forward Keith England coming through on the burst there. Saints forced to hold out again. Tremendous defensive. Grant Anderson breaks through one tackle, breaks through two, touches down behind the sticks. Good try there from Anderson. He did well. He looked as though he was taken by the first tackle, but he broke through it, broke through another tackle and touched down behind the sticks. So that gives Castleford an early lead. Just 9 minutes of the first half gone, and Castleford take a 4 points to nil lead. Oh, shouldn't have any problem here. I think it's Ketteridge there for the conversion. Right in front of the sticks. Yes, no problem. So Castleford extend the lead there to 6 points to nil with Ketteridge converting that Grant Anderson try. Good break from close in after Saints have been penalised for a high tackle, indicated alleged high tackle as indicated by referee Whitfield. But Anderson, very elusive there, slipped through some slack tackling from the Saints and touchdown behind the sticks. So Paul Loughlin kicks off deep, the ball running dead. Yes, well, looks as though it was dead from here, but Castleford allowed to play it. Rather sliding ball. They certainly looks as though it slid over the dead ball line, but Castleford is still in possession in their own 25. Darren Brewer, Paul Farmer and Evans in there at the tackle. Stuart Evans in there on Martin Kettridge, but it's the ball coming back for the kick upfield up to Gary Belcher. A crossfield kick. Michael O'Connor takes it after one bounce, drives upfield, beats the first line of defence, but Giles Boothroyd brings him down. Saints moving away. Darren Brewer, I think, from acting half-back, but he couldn't get much further. The Saints drive up to the halfway line. Brought down right on the halfway. Bernard Dwyer at dummy half. Looking to go on his own. He loses his footing, but Castleford are penalised for an infringement at the play of the ball. So Saints with the first penalty of this match. Paul Loughlin finds touch. Just 5 yards inside the Castleford 25, so it's Saints' turn now, see if they can get back on level terms. 6 tackles to make it count. Tony Burke, first man in. Ronnie Gibbs, one of the tacklers. Solid tackling from this Castleford outfit. Did well to take that ball over. It's back to Bernard Dwyer. He's driving for the line. Brought down a yard short, Bernard Dwyer. Well, a fight in the centre field. It's Gibbs again. Certainly some uppercuts being thrown there. It's Ronnie Gibbs. He spent over half of the match in the dressing room at St Helens. He's in there at the action again. No touch judges on, and referee Whitfield centre field, and he sent Ronnie Gibbs and Stuart Evans off. But well, I don't know if it's sin bin or what, but probably a cooling off period at least. scrum down now being formed. 10 yards inside the Castleford 25. Darren Blue feeds, but the ball comes out Castleford side. Castleford quick on the break. Belcher there moving up in the line. It's Beardmore attacked in half-back. Onto Kettridge. Gosfield, Loughlin quickly in there with Paul Bolton and captain Shane Cooper. There's Kevin Beardmore again. Acting half-back, bringing it blindside onto David Plange. Bolton again and Paul Loughlin quickly in, snuff him out. Both teams down to 12 men with that double sending off. It's back to Belcher, he kicks upfield. O'Connor takes it comfortably. Going crossfield, but loses his foot in very slippy conditions here at Weldon Road. Well, that's rather high tackling there as Les Quirk came through, but referee Whitfield's unmoved. Bernard Dwyer loses his foot in. Bluer attacked in half-back, over to Haggerty. Hard running Haggerty, runs straight well. Kettridge going in there. Terrible tackle there by Kettridge when Haggerty was on the floor. But Castleford are penalised for moving up in an offside position, both Joyner and Tony Marchant. The referee Whitfield will have to get a grip on this game, rather warming up into a rather hard game. Bernard Dwyer feeds it on to Tony Burke. Dwyer again at dummy half. Feeds it right to Bluer. Cooper inside to Bluer again. Good ball to Farber, but he's taken down. Castleford come up with the ball. Bob Beardmore. Grant Anderson, the try scorer, takes it left. Giles Boothroyd coming in field, but O'Connor stops him. But to Boothroyd, he did well there. Tremendous turn of pace. Brought down just short of the Saints 25. It's Castleford in possession. Belcher it is now, the full-back. He releases the ball. Saints having to defend again. Just outside the Saints 25. Castleford putting plenty of pressure on. Bringing it to the right. Beardmore, Joyner. The ball charged down by Haggerty. He'll follow it, pick it up, waiting for the referee's whistle. That's right. Haggerty there. He saved a lot of pressure for the Saints. Moving it quickly now, John Joyner and Marchant moving it quickly to the right. Haggerty charged it down. So scrum being formed just 10 yards. Well, a finer example of feeding you'll never see again, will you? Belcher goes past O'Connor, looking for support, loses the ball. The ball's kicked dead by a Castleford foot. But Saints being penalised there. Paul Loughlin being spoken to. Well, nothing in that tackle at all. The ball being kicked dead by a Castleford foot, but Saints have been penalised for some infringement in the tackle. So that's Castleford tidying up on the penalties. I think it's 5-2. I make it. Also tidying up on the scrums, 2-0. They're going to have another penalty here. A chance for Kettridge to add points on. But referee Whitfield certainly got his Castleford head on this so far in this half. 16 minutes of the game gone, still 6 points to nil in Castleford's favour. Both teams with hard games last week. Castleford came through, they beat Leeds at Leeds in the John Player first round of the John Player Trophy, while Saints had to travel over to York. Came away with a 14 points to 6 win, only 3 penalty goals for the credit York. They couldn't manage to penetrate the Saints line. And now Saints look forward. They've been drawn home to Hull in the second round of the John Player Trophy. So Belcher there is up now. He's received treatment. He's limping slightly, but it's Kettridge. Similar position from the penalty goal attempt he had earlier on in the game, which he took to the right of the sticks. But it's still that Anderson try converted by Kettridge that's the points between the teams. 6 points to nil. Top of the table clash, as I've said before, with Castleford first and Saints second. Kettridge now takes it to the right again, much to the pleasure of the Saints faithful. But Saints forced to drop out again from the 25. Paul Loughlin kicks out. It's Kettridge on the legs, but he picks it up, drives upfield. Tony Burke quickly in there. Force Kettridge back. Tremendous tackling from Tony Burke and Paul Vaulting. Kevin Beardmore at acting half-back. Castleford move it left. Well, obstruction round the man there as it was fed onto Plange, but Shane Cooper brings him down. Beardmore at acting half-back onto Keith England. Bernard Dwyer in there at the tattle, looking to release that ball. Good forager, Bernard Dwyer. Was in the loose forward berth till the arrival of Paul Vaulting. He's had to take over the hooking berth with the injury to Paul Groves. But Castleford kick through. Michael O'Connor as it comes up. Castleford come up with the ball. Take it left, yes. Onto Giles Boothroyd. Well, Castleford chip kick through there. Michael O'Connor unfortunately missed the ball. It was scooped up by a Castleford man. He flicked it to his left. Boothroyd was backing up. He picked it up and touched down at the back of the sticks. Well, Boothroyd goes over for a try. It extends Castleford leads to 10 points to 0. Kettridge with his fourth attempt of the afternoon. Just that one conversion to the Anderson try. Saints trailing by 10 points to 0. Castleford with enterprise in play there. But it's Kettridge now positioning himself. Yes, no problem this time. Kettridge slots it over. So it's 12 points to 0. Castleford in the lead. Castleford making a substitution though, with Sean Irwin coming on for Gary Belcher. Injured in that tackle before, was limping, but he's had to be replaced. International full-back Gary Belcher from the Camera Club. But it's Castleford back in possession, just outside their own 25, spreading it to the right. Beardmore now at dummy half, but the ball coming back for the kick-up field, up to Kettridge. O'Connor going cross-field, awkward ball. Always an awkward ball, but he does well, he keeps it in field, does Michael O'Connor. Les Quirk goes inside, but David Plange and Tony Marchant quickly up there. Difficult conditions, but Les Quirk comes up with it. Castleford move up very quickly. Keith England in with the tattle there with Tony Marchant. Bernard Dwyer inside to Tony Burke. The ball back to Paul Loughlin for the kick-up field. Obviously Saints have got to try and keep Castleford in their own half. Sean Irwin just come on, a substitute back for Gary Belcher. Beats the first line of defence, but he doesn't get past Tony Burke and Bernard Dwyer. Bernard Dwyer bangs him to the ground. David Plange at dummy half position, going on his own from the acting half-back. Paul Vaulting and Paul Farber combine to bring him down. Castleford moving it quickly to the left. Well, Joyner passes round the man, an outrageous forward pass. Unnoticed again by referee Whitfield, but it's Castleford pressing forward. Certainly putting the Saints under a lot of pressure today. Bob Beardmore looking to dummy through. Both Bob and Kevin, brothers, combined duo, very formidable duo. Tony Marchant on the last tackle. Throws it back to Kevin Beardmore. In turn, passes it inside to Grant Anderson. He tries for a drop goal. Castleford come back with the ball. He's not waved the tackles off, so we've just got to tackle a man onto Bob Beardmore now. Throws it anywhere. Saints come up with it. Yes, David Tanner it is that comes up with it. So referee Whitfield, he didn't rule with the ball hitting the Saints player. He just it was the sixth tackle. The play allowed to go on. David Tanner finally coming up with it. But the ball now with Michael O'Connor over there on the far side. Castleford penalised again for offside at the play of the ball. So Saints get a penalty just outside their own 25. Both Stuart Evans and Ron Gibbs come back onto the field now. So both teams back to a full complement. Paul Loughlin kicks upfield. Finds touch on the halfway line. So it's a restart. Stuart Evans back in the fray straight away. 10-yard burst upfield. Tony Burke now, Saints other prop. Gains further yardage. But it's Bernard Dwyer for the Saints, acting half-back. Brings it left. Darren Blewer, Roy Haggerty. Looking for the gap, but Haggerty releases the ball onto David Tanner. Looked a good ball there to Paul Loughlin, but they just overrun it. And the ball going directly into touch, right in front of our commentary position here. That's going to force a scrum down. Just 10 yards in the Castleford half. Castleford feed. Referee Whitfield down on the deck. And Castleford come up with the ball. Beardmore at dummy half. Castleford moving it left. Ronnie Gibbs in possession. Paul Farber quickly in there. Good tattle from Farber. In with the shoulder and round the legs. Brings the man down. Martin Kettridge on the far side. Breaks through the first tattle. Flicks the ball up to Shane Horrow. Shane Horrow going for the line. Just brought down short. Well, tries ruled. Well, that was a double movement, definitely a double movement. There was no way that he slid over with that ball. He bounced up in the air and then stretched over. But referee Whitfield was right there and he gave it. And that's it. The score counts and there's nothing here we can do about it. So Shane Horrow goes over for the try, but the Saints player down injured there just inside the Saints half. The St John's ambulance coming on with the stretcher. Looks though the club doctor's going to be called. I don't just can't make out who is injured. We're obviously in that sweeping movement upfield. As Castleford extend the lead now, 16 points to 0. Saints player down there injured. It's substitute back Phil Beavers warming up, ready to come on. It's Kettridge over there on the Saints 25, lining up, just hovering in the slight breeze. Yes, he gets it over the sticks, so 8 points, I beg your pardon, 18 points to 0. Now Castleford in the lead. It's David Tanner that's down there injured. Phil Beavers is ready to come on as Tanner is still receiving treatment there just inside the Saints half. Well, 18 points to 0, 25 minutes gone in this first half, and we all remember what happened here at Weldon Road in a televised John Player clash where Castleford were leading a comprehensive lead at half-time, but Saints came back in the second half and beat them. I think it was 26 points to 22, the final score. But Sir David Tanner there being stretchered off, receives the sympathetic applause of the crowd. But Phil Beavers is back on. Phil Beavers will move up to the full-back position. I would imagine Michael O'Connor will slip there into the right centre position. And Saints kick off after that score, that Horrow try converted by Kettridge. I think it's Sean Irwin there in possession. Driving upfield, looking very hungry this afternoon, Castleford. They are top of the Stones Bitter League with 15 points from 8 outings, only dropping 1 point at Nosey Road. Push Beardmore onto Ron Gibbs. Solid tackling there. Evans and Tony Burke. The ball coming back to Kettridge. Castleford going to kick upfield. Nice Quirk. Takes it comfortably. Phil Beavers with him. Quirk drives upfield. England, Marchant and another Castleford forward in there at the tackle. But Castleford penalised for, I beg your pardon, it was Grant Anderson in at the tackle, and Castleford being penalised for not allowing the Saints player to get up and play the ball quickly. So it's Saints just outside the Castleford 25. Castleford penalised again for not getting back the required yardage. Stuart Evans driving upfield, 15 yards short of the Castleford try line. Essential that Saints get back on the board. Paul Vortin driving upfield, tremendous burst from Vortin. Pushes one Castleford man off, but it's Saints driving upfield. Al Cooper, lofty ball to Loughlin, took it well. Very low pass there round by his ankles, but he took it well. Plenty of Castleford attention come in and bring him down, forcing the man back. But it's Bernard Dwyer onto Darren Brewer, chipping through. Michael O'Connor, the ball's loose. It's still loose. Kicked into touch over there on the far side after errors, but it's been judged to have been touched down behind the Castleford try line, so Castleford are forced to drop out from between their own sticks. Well, Castleford man must have got a hand to it in his own in-goal area, so Castleford forced to drop out, as I said, from between their own sticks. Hopefully Saints gather this ball and put Saints back on the attack. Kettridge kicks out, good kick from Kettridge, taken by Michael O'Connor, drives up centre field, loses his footing, brought down just short of the 25. Bernard Dwyer going from acting half-back. Castleford moving very quickly, close him down. Saints spreading it out. Shane Cooper looking for the gap, but solid tackling there. Kevin Beardmore closes him right down. Brewer onto Tony Burke. Bringing it blindside, Burke, he turns round in the tattle, trying to release, but he can't do so. Paul Loughlin attacked in half-back. Saints moving it right, Haggerty looking for the hole, flex it out to Michael O'Connor, lofty pass to Michael Carrington. Did well to take it, but he's being forced over there to touch. Very awkward ball from Michael O'Connor to Mike Carrington. He had to take it in the air, and the Shane Horrow, I think it was, hadn't much problem in forcing him over into touch on the main stand side here at Weldon Road. So it's a scrum down midway between the Castleford 25 and the halfway line. It's Castleford feed. Castleford coming up with the ball. That's 4 scrums. Saints haven't managed to hook a ball from a scrum yet. Sean Irwin took that ball, but Castleford receive a penalty. Do they? No, I think Saints have received it. Saints have been awarded a penalty for Castleford not playing the ball correctly. Well, just 10 minutes remaining of this first half. Paul Loughlin going to have a go for goal, see if we can get points on the board for Saints. They're trailing by 18 points to 0. 3 breakaway tries virtually for Castleford from Anderson, Boothroyd and Horrow. 18 points to 0 in the lead. Just try and settle the Saints down now. Give them a bit of breathing space. Loughlin is centre field, I would say 35-40 yards out, but centre field. Already kicked 33 goals this season. Plenty of booing from the back of the sticks there from the Castleford faithful, but looks good from here. Yes, no problem for Loughlin. Open Saints account. So after 31 minutes of the first half, Saints are on the board with a penalty goal from Paul Loughlin. Castleford now to kick off. Bob Beardmore kicks it cross field. Mike Carrington has the ball on his own line, drives upfield. Big strong lad, this Carrington, ex-Neath, the rugby union wingman. Bernard Dwyer from acting half-back, driving upfield. Plenty of Castleford attention, but Saints are making yardage. Castleford penalised for wrenching the ball from Bernard Dwyer's grip. So Saints awarded another penalty. Paul Loughlin to kick for touch and finds such 5 yards inside the Castleford half. Saints putting the pressure on now, just got the first points on the board with that Paul Loughlin penalty goal. Stuart Evans coming in on the burst there. Brought down 10 yards short of the Cast 25. Loop movement here with Brewer inside to Cooper. Lofty ball to Phil Beavers. up that right wing. Beavers still going, does well, keeps in field, feeds it inside to Mike Carrington. Saints keep the ball moving. I would imagine the ball will come right across the line here. Cooper, Bluer, gives the dummy, tries to get a short ball to Roy Haggerty, but Bluer is taken down well there on the Cas 25. Midfield, got a Dwyer at dummy half, onto Paul Vortin. Interception to Grant Anderson. The chase is on. Can Anderson, well, Marchant there doing a bit of obstruction. Well, blatant obstruction from Marchant there. But the try's given. Breakaway try there from Grant Anderson. Interception as Paul Vortin was going to pass it out, but Anderson intercepted it. Les Quirk was moving over, and definitely tactical obstruction there from Tony Marchant, with referee Whitfield in the wake, but he allows the try. Castleford open a 20 points to 2 gap, and certainly just a formality now for Martin Ketteridge. So Ketteridge there just positioning himself, yes, no problem. 24 points to 2 now the score, and certainly Saints on the end of a bit of a drubbing so far in this first half. Saints on the attack there, and then that interception by Grant Anderson outpaced the Saints defence. Loughlin kicks off. Castle will pick it up on their own 25. Kevin Beardmore attacked in half-back. Castleford take it back inside. It's Beardmore again. Onto Martin Ketteridge. But it's Castleford still in possession. Just 6 minutes remaining of this first half, and Saints trailing by 24 points to 2. The ball back to Irwin. Kicks upfield. Les Quirk takes it comfortably. Tries to go across field. Well, taken down by Joyner. Quirk running back, looking for to create space, but he's taken down by Joyner. Saints lose yardage. Well, Castleford coming there with a heavy tackle, and they're taken down. Joyner's the injured party, taken down by Gibbs. I mean, Gibbs not renowned for his soft touch in the tackle, but he came in there and he certainly crucified Joyner there. But it's Saints in possession just outside their own 25. Haggerty on the break, up the blind side. Just brought down 10 yards short of the halfway line. It's the sixth tackle of this set. It's the last tackle of this set of 6 for Saints. Well, Castleford are penalised. David Plange right over here on the far side. Saints take a quick tap. Shane Cooper loses the ball. Marchant comes up with the ball from that loose play. And it's Castleford back in possession. Keith England. Beardmore attacked in half-back. Onto David Plange, coming centre field, looking for a bit of action. There's David Plange, not been in the game much so far in this first half. But Castleford moving it quickly. Ketteridge, the ball going inside. Saints intercept it. Michael O'Connor attacked in half-back. Onto Paul Vortin. Striding through Vortin. Good 10-15 yard burst from this Australian Test and Manley loose forward. Farber. Phil Beavers now at dummy half. Loop movement with Shane Cooper. Releases the ball to Bernard Dwyer. In turn passes it on to Stuart Evans. On to Michael O'Connor. Inside to Roy Haggerty now. Plenty of hands there from the Saints, but they're just not getting anywhere. Up centre field. It's O'Connor now. Going on his own. Chips through. The ball's still loose. David Plange there, can he get it? No. Yes, he does. Les Quirk came through to try and kick that ball upfield. David Plange went down on it. Quirk just fell over him, nothing in that tackle at all. But Plange there, taking his time getting up from the ground, and it's Castleford back in possession, just in their own 25. Keith England, I think that is driving forward. Saints player injured there in that tackle, but the ball back to Kettridge for the kick upfield. It's Paul Vartin taking a knock there. He's down on the ground, but the ball up to Phil Beavers. Just about 2 minutes of normal time remaining in this first half. Castleford with a tremendous 24 points to 2 lead. They just capitalise on the quick breaks of Castleford. Took the chances well, and it's certainly paid off for them. Bluer, Cooper. Beavers coming through. Well, the referee has stopped to play for an infringement there. Castleford are penalised. I just don't know for what reason, but Saints Paul Loughlin finds touch over there on the Cas 25. Tony Burke charging upfield. Bernard Dwyer now attacked in half-back. Stuart Evans coming from deep. Castleford defence holding firm. Saints just with that solitary penalty goal from Paul Loughlin. Shane Cooper back to Darren Bluer. Touches the Castleford man, it's all on. Play allowed to go on. Referee Whitfield allows play to go on. Saints very fortunate there to get the ball back. Farber gives a dummy, drives through from active half-back position. Tremendous run from Paul Farber, Saints second row packman. Bluer, Cooper, inside to Paul Vartin, into space, unlucky there. Good tackle there from John Joyner it was. But Saints keep it moving, quick hands, onto Roy Haggerty. But Phil Beavers, inside ball to Michael O'Connor, sliding towards the line. Saints going to spread it left. Cooper, interception again. Loughlin coming crossfield, onto Grant Anderson again. Will Quirk catch him? Quirk got him, super tackle from Quirk. Well, he's double movement again there. If he gives a try, that's a disgrace. Well, a disgrace that. Disgusting decision there, definite double movement again. No chance of a try. And they're on about these referees, they're paying them £70 a week. Well, what a load of rubbish. That's all I can say. Definite double movement there. That wasn't awarded by referee Whitfield, that was by this touch judge on this right-hand side here. Disgraceful. Well, plenty of cheering from the Castleford section and booing from the Saints section. But a disgraceful display there. Quirk caught him, brought him down, and the man stretched over. You could see the outstretched arm clearly. That's 2 tries there. Definitely double movement. Extends Castleford's leads to 28 points to 2. And just a formality now for Kettridge surely. Kettridge right in front of the sticks. No problem. As he pops it over, there's the half-time hooter. I don't think referee Whitfield's... well, I think it was the half-time hooter anyway. But we're definitely playing into added time now. That's right on the 40th minute. It's Paul Loughlin to kick off. No, obviously must have been my ears. But Loughlin kicks it deep. Cas take it in their own 25. Just brought down short of the 25 line. Keith England. Hooper and Bluer in at the tackle. Beardmore flicks it blindside. Well, there's the half-time hooter now. Referee Whitfield brings the end to this first half. Obviously the boos of the crowd, but Castleford go in, leading by 30 points to 2. What a tremendous half-time score for Castleford, and I'm sure there'll be quite a few savoury words to be said by Saints maestro Alex Murphy at the half-time interval. It's a hat-trick of tries for Grant Anderson. one from Boothroyd, one from Horrow. 5 Kettridge goals, and just that solitary 31st minute Paul Lachlan penalty goal, the Saints score. So at half time here at Weldon Road, it's 30 points to 2 in Castleford's favour. Certainly a few words of wisdom from Alex Murphy at half time in the dressing room at the interval. Just that one substitution in the first half with Phil Beavers coming on for David Tanner, and Castleford with just their one substitution with Sean Irwin replacing Gary Belcher. As far as I'm aware, there's no further substitutions. Referee Whitfield receiving the rapturous applause from the Saints faithful as he takes the pitch, and he certainly had a very debatable game in this first half. The Saints get the second half underway. David Plange on the right wing, he has the ball, drives up to his own 25. Saints reception committee quickly in there. Saints Tatlin will have to stand firm this second half. Certainly Michael O'Connor missed a few in this first half, but conditions very difficult underfoot. The ball back for the kick upfield. Phil Beavers gathers it safely, runs right into Boothroyd, but he feeds onto Mike Carrington. Coming down this right wing, Carrington. Gibbs in there at the tackle with Grant Anderson. Michael O'Connor acting half-back, Saints move it left, Tony Burke. Bernard Dwyer acting half-back onto Stuart Evans, coming through at pace, but Castleford defence well up to it. Bluer, Cooper, good ball onto Paul Farber, but solid tackling there. Tony Marchant over there on the far side for Castleford. Cooper again, awkward ball taken well by Roy Haggerty. Looking for space, Haggerty releases the ball to Paul Bortin. Quick break onto Bernard Dwyer. Throws it back, Michael O'Connor takes it up and takes it over to the left. Connor chips through, tries to follow the ball, backs it on, but the ball's still loose. Castleford man comes up with it. David Plange, I think it is, over there on the far side. Obviously something's got to be tried with Castleford moving up very quickly. Michael O'Connor tried to chip through, but hacked it on and Plange picked it up. It's Castleford back in possession in their own 25. Saints spectators getting behind the team, trying to lift them, trailing by 30 points to 0. Loose ball there, the ball comes out, Beardmore it was, but Castleford tidy it up. Well, the ball loosed on the floor there. Referee Whitfield allows play to go on. Michael O'Connor in at the tackle. Kevin Beardmore attacked in half-back. Tony Burke moving up very quickly. The ball comes back to Bob Beardmore. Hefty kick upfield. Phil Beavers right under it. Takes it well. Tony Marchant comes in quickly, brings him down right on the halfway line. Darren Bluer feeds it left. Bernard Dwyer now at, Bernard Dwyer was attacked in half-back, but I think it's Stuart Evans. Up played the ball to himself, drove forward. It's Paul Bortin coming through from deep. Solid tackle there. Ron Gibbs, one of the tattlers in there with Dean Sampson, I think it was. Well, an awkward ball right by Darren Bluer's feet, but he knocks on. The first scrum of this second half, just outside the Cass 25. Cass feed, Cass come up with the ball. Well, all these partisan Castleford spectators. Certainly anything that gets round collar height, and certainly jumping and shouting for high tackles. But it's Castleford in possession. Dean Sampson, Farber and Haggerty in there with the tattle. Bob Beardmore going cross-field. Bernard Dwyer brings him down. Solid tattle from Dwyer. I think it's Tony Burke-Yes that comes in with assistance. Castleford down to 12 men, one man injured on the floor. But they're still in possession. Farber in there again at the tattle. Good tackling from Farber and Stuart Evans. Ball back to Kettridge. The kick upfield. Les Quirk takes it. Coming crossfield. This touch judge, near side touch judge is on. The one with it. Well, both touch judges on now. Reporting to referee Whitfield. What's Kettridge there receiving treatment from the Castleford physio. Two Castleford men receiving treatment. And referee Whitfield reaching for his pocket. I don't know who he's bringing out. Well, Stuart Evans it is. He's been sent off from the field of play completely. For Saints, Stuart Evans brought forward there, being sent off completely, I think, by referee Whitfield for that tackle on Kettridge, allegedly after the ball had gone. So Castleford, they're temporarily down to 11 men, 2 men injured as Saints are down to 12 men with Stuart Evans being sent off. Plange plays the ball, Castleford on the attack. Castleford now moving it left. Short ball to Dean Sampson, but he knocks it forward. He manages to gather the ball. It's going to constitute a scrum down. So it's a scrum down now, just inside the Saints 25. Well, the scrum were completely turned round. The referee Whitfield not happy with it. So he's going to reform the scrum. Saints come up with the ball. Cooper inside to Phil Beaver. Well, I do believe that's the first scrum Saints have won in the whole match. And we're 6 minutes into the second half. Well, Castleford going to make a substitution now. Kettridge back on his feet, but Grant Anderson off the field of play, being replaced by Ken Hill. So Ken Hill comes on for Grant Anderson. The scrum down 10 yards inside the Saints half. Castle could come up with the ball. Quick breakaway from Castor, but Saints close them down. Gibbs onto Boothroyd into space. Carrington brings him down. He loses the ball. There's Boothroyd. It's loose. Horrow picks it up. Play is allowed to go on. Horrow touches down in the corner. Yes. Castleford extend the lead. Loose play there as the ball was released from the Castleford hands. Saints couldn't capitalise on it. And after a couple of mistakes, Horrow is allowed to pick the ball up and touch down comfortably in this left-hand corner. Well, that further extends Castleford lead to 34 points to 2. I say it was Sampson, I think, coming through. He lost the ball. Saints just couldn't capitalise on it. It was loose again. Play allowed to go on by referee Whitfield, and Shane Horrow picked it up and touched down in this left-hand corner. So a difficult kick from Kettridge right on the touch line. Just outside the 25, but a tremendous angle there. Not been really successful with his kicking, but no success there. It goes across the face of the post. So the score 34 points to 2, and 8 minutes gone of this second half. Saints down to 12 men with that sending off of Stuart Evans after just 5 minutes of the second half. So Paul Loughlin now. But Farber. Loughlin was going to kick it, but Farber came on the diagonal. He kicked it over to this near side touchline, but it went directly into touch without bouncing in the field of play, so that constitutes a penalty to Castleford. Definite chance of goal if they want to go for it, but Ketteridge electing to go for touch. Les Quirk just couldn't stop it there, so it's Castleford back on the attack. Oh, the ball must have touched Les Quirk in the flight into touch, so it's forced to scrum down with a Castleford feed. Castleford coming away, albeit more from acting from around the base of the scrum. Well, the ball allegedly being knocked out of Beardmore's hands. Didn't look much from our commentary position. Haggerty came up with it, but referee Whitfield pondering a bit there. Then he made his decision, awarded the penalty to Castleford as the Castleford physio comes on to give treatment to Rob Beardmore. Castleford awarded the penalty. Beardmore still receiving treatment. The clock stopped, and Saints trailing by 34 points to 2. Last season against Castleford we lost here at Weldon Road in the opening match of the season by 20 points to 10. Then at home we won by 14 points to 6, and in the Premiership we really beat Castleford out of sight by 40 points to 8. But Saints are on the receiving end of the treatment today. It's Castleford moving it quickly to the left, pressing on the Saints line now. Kevin Beardmore on to Brother Bob, left to Ron Gibbs, driving for the line. Gibbs stretches out. Well, he's not touched down. I think it's Michael O'Connor behind his own line. Well, it looks as though Gibbs had scored there. He touched the ball down. The referee allowed play to go on, and Michael O'Connor taking in his in-goal area. So it forces Saints to drop out from between their own sticks. Paul Loughlin has to kick it out. Ketteridge stops it with his leg, drives upfield, centre field. Reception committee of Paul Barton, Paul Farber and Tony Burke there in support. And certainly Castleford with all the action. Saints with very little of the ball. Inside ball to Ken Hill, releases it inside to Gibbs. Tries to release it, but Dwyer in there at the tackle. Gibbs picked up bodily and bundled to the ground. Referee Whitfield prances in to make sure there's nothing illegal in that tackle. Loose ball. Well, Saints should have capitalised on that loose ball there, but it's number 10, Keith England. He knocked on, but he followed it up. It's going to force a scrum down now with a Saints feed, but Saints could have easily had that ball, a loose ball. Bluer comes up from the base of the scrum with Cooper. Lofted ball taken by Les Quirk. Dwyer from acting half-back, trying to create a little bit of space. Castleford closed the Saints down very well this afternoon. Haggerty over there. Tony Burke driving upfield, solid tackling from Castleford. 10 yards short of the halfway line now. Saints still in possession. Turn it inside to Paul Farber. The sixth tackle signified by referee Whitfield. Haggerty grubbers to touch, finds touch successfully. 10 yards inside the Castleford half. A little bit of a dispute on the far side who's going to feed the scrum, but it should be Castleford feed. and Castleford penalised for feeding at the scrum. So Saints awarded a penalty. Paul Loughlin kicks upfield, gains further yardage for the Saints, just finds touch inside the Castleford 25. Bernard Dwyer to restart. It's a Bluer, Shane Cooper, Barber, Cooper again, inside to Haggerty, looking for space. Lovely ball to Michael O'Connor. Carrington on his right, but O'Connor, he goes into the left. It's his first try for the Saints, his first points for the Saints in league and cup action. And quick play from over there on the far side from the Saints. Cooper with a loop movement there. Cooper the instigator. O'Connor linking up with him. Carrington on his right, but O'Connor, he gave the dummy, he ghosted into the left. And Saints' first try of this afternoon's match. So Michael O'Connor, the Manly and Australian international utility back, opens his account for the Saints, his first try for the Saints, reduces the deficit slightly to 34 points to 6, and Paul Loughlin with his conversion attempt, yes, bang right between the sticks there from Loughlin. Paul Loughlin's 35th goal of the season, and reducing the deficit by another 2 points. The score now 34 points to Castleford, 8 points to Saints, and just a quarter of an hour of this second half gone. So Castleford now, Bob Beardmore kicks it deep. Paul Loughlin gathers it safely, drives upfield. Let's hope Saints can get back here again and get into action, but Gibbs in there with the tattle. Loughlin feels the full force of it. He gets up, plays the ball. Paul Baltin now in possession. Castleford tattlers moving up in 2s and 3s, but the ball back now to Phil Beavers for the kick upfield. Roy Haggerty leading the charge. All on waved by referee Whitfield as Sean Irwin, I think it is, takes the ball. Castleford make the break. Shane Horrow flicks it out to Plange on the left, but the ball going forward. The original knock on game being stopped, but Horrow, he did well there, he broke through into space. Plange was looming on his left, but the pass was forward. I think that's possibly the first forward pass that referee Whitfield's seen this afternoon. He's certainly not seen so much, but he saw that one. So it's a scrum down 10 yards inside the Saints half. Saints to feed, Darren Bluer. Ball comes out Saints side. Shane Cooper takes it left. Carrington moving infield on the break. Lovely, I was going to say lovely ball to O'Connor. But play allowed to go on, is it? No. Cooper comes up with it. Castleford should have been down quickly on that loose ball. Carrington broke through quickly there. He fed left to O'Connor. Looked a good ball, but O'Connor couldn't take it. The knock-on rule, so it's a scrum down right on the halfway line. Bob Beardmore comes round with it onto Irwin, linking up. It's a Tony Marchant as he moves over there to the far right-hand main stand side. Plange from acting half-back. As Castleford still in possession. Dean Sampson there taken down in possession. It's Kevin Beardmore attacking half-back. On to Ron Gibbs. Paul Farber takes him round the legs. Shane Cooper completes the tackle. It's Castleford pressing upfield. It's the sixth tackle now. Kevin Beardmore receives from brother Bob. On to John Joyner. Lofted ball out to Boothroyd. Comes in field. The ball's lost, but it does constitute the changeover. It being in the sixth tackle. Beavers plays it. Farber comes in. Finally brought to ground is Paul Farber. Ken Hill, the tackler. Cooper. Darren Bluer. Roy Haggerty into space. Good break from Haggerty. Inside for Michael O'Connor. Well, he gives a forward pass. Well, with this man Whitfield, this referee, I don't know. He sees what he wants to see. But he's missed 2 obstruction tries, at least 2 forward passes. Two double movement tries. He's missed 2 forward passes on the Castleford side, but he just happens to be up there in the field of play. Managed to see that time. But Castleford come up with the ball. Tidying up on the scrums, 4-3 in this second half. Ketteridge now for Castleford, brought down right on the halfway line. Beardmore at dummy half, picks the ball inside. Castleford onto Gibbs. Gives Cooper the handoff, tries to release it, finally does so. Castleford keep the ball moving. Keith England inside to Marchant. Well, obstruction there. Misses another one, does referee Whitfield. The man held his hands up after the offence had been committed, but it wasn't ruled so. Solid tackling from the Saints there. They've a lot to contend with today. 34 points to 8. They're being beaten. They're down to 12 men. It's the last tackle of this set of 6. Will Castleford run it? Beardmore, I think that is with a chip through, but the ball directly into touch. It's a change over there. It's on the 6th tackle, so it's the Saints' ball. Just the change over rule there, just inside the Saints 25. Bernard Dwyer going from acting half-back, and if this Castleford team are 5 yards back, I'll definitely eat my hat. But Saints spreading it left. Farber there. Tony Burke. Shane Cooper. Onto Phil Weavers, linking up. Beats Ronnie Gibbs' tackle, but Ken Hill comes in and completes the tackle. Darren Bluer, left to Cooper. Beats the Castleford defence temporarily there. Has the ball gone down? I just can't see. Yes, a knock-on being ruled by referee Whitfield. Just halfway through this second half now, and 34 points to 8 the score in Castleford favour. Castleford feed and come up with the ball. Spread it quickly to the left. Marchant, attacking half-back, left to Bob Beardmore. He turns inside. Back to Joyner. Over there to Keith England on the far side. On to Dean Sampson. Is he in at the corner? Yes, Sampson it is. Quick hands there from Castleford, and those 2 prop forwards, they certainly took up the running. Keith England made the initial break. He spread it over to the right, I think, and it was Dean Sampson that touched down for the try. So Castleford extend the lead now to 38 points to 8. A real drubbing for the Saints here today. Something we're not accustomed to. But Castleford certainly had all the luck with the running and the refereeing decisions. But that was a good try, I must say. The Beardmore started it off centre field. He took it over to the right. Keith England took up the running. He fed on to Dean Sampson. He came through there at full pace, and he touched down in the far corner. So another difficult kick from for Martin Ketteridge, right from the touchline. Looks good there. No, just dropped short. Well, 38 points to 8 the score. Just about 17 minutes of the game remaining. Certainly an uphill struggle for the Saints. You can't really see them coming back from a 30-point deficit. Loughlin kicks deep. Taken by Horrow, I think it is. No, Horrow's on this side. It's Irwin, but he's taken down on the 25. David Plange coming in field. That's Horrow now. He's coming in field. Both these wingmen looking for bits of action, but the ball's loose. It's knocked back and tidied up by John Joyner. captain and veteran campaigner here of the Castleford outfit. Kevin Beardmore at acting half-back. Brings the ball back to Kettridge for the kick-up field. Beavers takes it well. Feeds it inside to Les Quirk. Joyner comes up, but Quirk's taken down. David Plange comes in there to complete the tackle. Beavers attacking half-back onto Michael O'Connor, trying to create a bit of space. He feeds inside to Beavers. Did well there. Beavers still going as Gibbs come in. Gibbs comes back and a terrible high tackle there on Beavers. Well, these touch judges, both of them unmoved. A real looked like a rabbit punch there on Beavers. Felt the full force of that. Referee Whitfield right on the job, but unmoved. What can you do against anything like that? On to Tony Marchant, over there on the right. Solid tackling there, yes. Saints bring off a try-saving tackle. It's Plange, he brings it inside, an awkward ball, but Castleford keep it moving. Phil Beaver still down injured here on the left. Lofted ball there onto Boothroyd. Can he go in at the corner? Yes. Boothroyd goes in. Castleford extend the lead. Saints down there to 11 men. Giles Boothroyd there going in unopposed over here on the left. As the snow comes down here at Weldon Road, I don't think there's any chance of abandoning it. We've played too long in the game, I think, and they hope for a big snowfall. But it's Phil Beaver still receiving treatment there as Martin Kettridge takes up his position to try and tag the points on to that Boothroyd try. 42 points to 8. The score. So there's Martin Kettridge. No, he takes it to the far right. But Saints are going to have to make a substitution now with Sean Allen. Saints substitute forward. Coming on to replace the injured Phil Beavers, who are subject to that high tackle from Ron Gibbs there, but going unnoticed by all three officials. The snow coming down here, Castleford in possession just outside their own 25. Haggerty and Farber, Saints second row combining there to complete the tackle, but the ball back to Kettridge on the kick-up field again. Castleford hoping to peg Saints back in their own half and doing a successful job of it. Moving up very quickly. Sean Allen, first touch of the ball, running through from acting half-back, gains 10-15 yards. Farber coming through on the blind side, brought down just 10 yards, well, less than 10 yards short of the halfway line. Paul Vortin running into a solid Castleford wall, forced back there in the tackle. A loose ball, Castleford come up with it. Lots of handling errors today, very slippy out there, but Castleford with a 42 points to 8 lead. Just 12 minutes of the game remaining. Shane Cooper and Roy Haggerty complete the tackle on Martin Kettridge, just short of the halfway line. On to Gibbs. Loses his footing and goes down right on the halfway line. Bernard Dwyer just completing the tackle. Kevin Beardmore inside to Ken Hill. Well, a little bit of play acting there from Gibbs, I think. When Haggerty going in, but Castleford with quick hands onto Horrow. Michael O'Connor there coming in and closing him down, but Castleford move through. Boothroyd chips through, but Cooper takes it well. He did well. He had to turn round and come back to cover that ball. Does Shane Cooper. The ball now with Paul Farber. Keith England, one of the tackles in there. Well, both the props there. Keith England and Dean Sampson in there. Paul Barton driving up centre field. Shane Horrow and Ken Hill at the end of the tackle there. Horrow must be offside there at the play of the ball. He got to line up in a line. He was slanted. Yes, there's referee Whitfield indicating. Well, that's one thing that he's definitely got right this afternoon. But Saints awarded the penalty. Just the second penalty of this second half for the Saints. They're inside the Castleford 25. A very rare place to be this afternoon. But Farber there turns round, tries to dummy the Castleford defence. They don't take the dummy. It's Sean Allen attacked in half-back. Saints bringing the ball right. Haggerty turns inside, looking for a gap there. There's not many holes in this Castleford armour this afternoon. Paul Vortin straightens up, looking to release inside to Tony Burke. Passing the ball on to get to Bernard Dwyer, but he loses it in the tackle. I think Beardmore scooped it out in the tackle. Kevin Beardmore, it's gone down. Castleford are in possession. Just on their own 25. Well, the ball's loose again. Saints come up with it. Certainly lots of handling errors late on, but the writing's on the wall. No way back for the Saints. They trail by 42 points to 8. Carrington going down this touchline. The ball's loose again. And knocked into touch by a Castleford hand. So a scrum's going to be formed midway between the Castleford line and their own 25. It's going to be Saints feed. Just about 9 minutes of normal time plus any added time. I think the referee did stop the clock before. But the snow certainly coming down rather heavily now. It's well, he's given a Castleford feed. How can he give a Castleford feed when the ball goes in off the Castleford man? But Castleford come up with the ball. Beardmore quickly round onto John Joyner. Castleford taking the scrum 6-3 in the second half. The ball now with Gibbs. Taking down the first tackle there. Blue comes in, but Horton had already got him round the legs. Solid tackling from the Saints in the Castleford 25. The ball back to Kettridge for the kick-up field again. Yes, it's bounced in the field of play and gone into touch. Just a sliced kick from Kettridge and finds touch 10 yards inside the Castleford half. Scrum down, Darren Blewer to feed. The scrum turned and the ball comes out Saints side. Short ball onto Loughlin, but it goes down. Kicked on by Michael O'Connor. But the original knock-on being ruled by the referee. Paul Loughlin coming through on the burst, but he couldn't take that ball. Now Saints moved it to the right. So it's Bob Beardmore to feed. Comes round with the ball. Spread it to the right onto David Plange on the far side, but he's closed down and bundled into touch. So just inside the Saints half now, 5 yards inside the Saints half. It's a scrum down. It's a Saints feed. Darren Blewer going to feed. David Plange forced into touch over there on the far side. Well, Castleford certainly using the power in the scrum. Saints down to 12 men after just 5 minutes of this second half, and it certainly paid the price, trailing by 30 points to 2 at half time. It's now 42 points to 18 in Castleford's favour. Darren Blewer comes up with the ball quickly onto Cooper. Short ball there to Les Quirk. Les Quirk beats the defence, hurry for the corner, plenty of Castleford cover, can Quirk go in? Yes, Quirk's in at the corner, brilliant break from the Saints, from the base of the scrum, over there, right on the halfway line, certainly outpaced about 7 Castleford defenders, trailing in his wake there. Les Quirk there goes in for his 4th try of the season with the Saints. Good break from the base of the scrum from Darren Blewer coming round after winning that ball after the pack was turned. Les Quirk coming in field and diagonal run from Quirk, and he outpaced the Castleford defence and touched down in the far right hand corner here. Brings a bit more respectability back to the score. 42 points to 12 at present. Difficult kick from Paul Loughlin. 10 yards in and right on the 25. The snow easing off here. Looks good, yes. Oh, just hit the post. Very unlucky there. So 42 points to 12 the score now with that Les Quirk try. Just 5 minutes of normal time plus any injury time. Certainly Castleford without Kevin Ward, their international packman, but they certainly haven't missed him today. I thought they would do, but both these props, Samson and England, had a sterling display today, and I think it's Samson that's been named as the Castleford sponsors man of the match. So Castleford are going to extend the lead at the top of this Stones Bitter League table. Already leading Saints by 2 points. They've 15 points from their 8 games of Castleford with 7 wins and 1 draw. With Saints with 13 points from the 9 games, but it's Castleford in possession in the Saints 25. Beardmore bringing it left onto Kettridge, trying to feed on. The ball's loose. Michael O'Connor gets on the loose ball. Castleford there punching holes in the Saints defence, but well, Bob Beardmore there moving up in an offside position, all but too late for the Saints as Loughlin kicks, finds touch, I should say, just short of the halfway line. So it's Saints back in possession. Tony Burke comes through, still stood up in the tackle as Burke. Gibbs and Hill finally bring him down onto Paul Barton now. Coming through, but he releases it to Bernard Dwyer. Just losing his footing there as Bernard Dwyer. Cooper and Blewer. Blewer looking for the gap. Castleford don't take the dummy. Bring him down. Haggerty at dummy half. Onto Cooper. Barton. Michael O'Connor beats one. Goes inside. Releases it back to Paul Barton. Castleford move up very quickly. Kevin Beardmore in there with Keith England and Dean Sampson. Combined front row, bring Paul Barton to a halt there. Saints move it crossfield. Paul Farber. Castleford moving up very quickly, spotting, and it's the last tackle of this set of 6 for Saints. Darren Blewer with a chip kick, but right into the hands there of Bob Beardmore. Bob Beardmore still going. Beats 2 tackles, keeps going through. Gets out of that one, he was on the deck, but Carrington feeds inside to Kevin Beardmore, onto Boothroyd. Brush brought down short. Boothroyd, is he in touch? Yes, this near side touch judge had his flag up, but Castleford there certainly quick on the break. Those Beardmore twins punching a hole in the Saints defence there. Bob started it off, fed it on to Kevin, who in turn fed it left to Giles Boothroyd, but he couldn't finish off. He was just brought down. Good tackle in the corner. It's a scrum down with a Saints feed. Well, Beardmore, he's around the back of the scrum. He's offside. He must be offside. Yeah, Saints have been awarded the penalty. Bernard Dwyer. Tony Burke first man in. Pushes one off, does Burke. Well, they're not like that, England, but this is the name of the game, and there's not much you can do about it. Saints take it left. Cooper on to O'Connor. It looks as though he was in the clear. He pushes one off, he comes back inside. He's still stood up. Finally brought down. Midway between the halfway and the Saints 25. Roy Haggerty straightens up, looking for space. No way through for him this time. Paul Barton gives the dummy, tries and straightens up, runs right into Ronnie Gibbs. As two more Castleford defenders come in to complete the tackle. Just about a minute of normal time remaining. The score 42 points to 12. Saints on the break on the left. Darren Bloomer, I think it was, looming up on the left, but he couldn't take that ball. Barton, crossfield, like up and under. Sean Irwin forced to turn round. Shane Cooper and Mike Carrington complete the tackle, but that's pegged the Castleford team back in their own 25. Shane Horrow, Cooper quickly in there, snuffs him out. Fellow Kiwi there, Horrow and Cooper. Kettridge. Kevin Beardmore attacked in half-back for Cass. On to Dean Sampson. Turns round in the tattle. Saints, two more Saints tattlers come in to complete. Gibbs feeds it on to Bob Beardmore. In turn on to Marchant. Castleford on the break again. Boothroyd, I think it is, on the far side. On to David Plange. Loughlin coming crossfield. No, Loughlin evades Loughlin's tackle. Plange comes round behind the sticks, virtually just 10 yards short of the posts. Good break from Castleford, a full 75-yard movement it must have been at least from in their own 25. Quick hands over there to the right, and it was David Plange that finished off in good style. Paul Loughlin couldn't complete the tackle, just a one-to-one situation, and Plange outpaced Loughlin right on the 40th minute. David Plange, that'll, apart from the possible conversion attempt, that'll be the final scoring of this match, I would imagine. 46 points to 12. Saints being crucified today here at Weldon Road. Kettridge there, lining up, just 10 yards to the right of the posts. No, misses that one. Well, Kettridge missed that conversion, so the final score is 46 points to 12. Castleford have had 4 tries in the second half. Kettridge unable to convert any of them, but the final score is 46 points to 12. Saints trailing at half-time by 30 points to 2, just that 31st minute Loughlin penalty goal. And then in the second half, Castleford opening up with a Horrow try, which made it 34 points to 2. Then O'Connor hitting back with his first score for the Saints, made it 34-8. And then Sampson running in for a try for Castleford, Boothroyd, and then just that late minute, 6 minutes before the final hooter, Quirk coming on a diagonal run, going in at the far right-hand corner, making the score 42 points to 12 then, and then right on the final hooter, Plange, after a 75-yard sweeping movement from their own 25, finishing off in good style, and the final score at Weldon Road, 46 points to 12. Just not the kind of tonic that we wanted before next week's home second round John Player Trophy tie, after Hull had beat the Saints 20 points to 9 at Nosey Road. But I suppose, as they say, back to the drawing board, and we just have to hope that we can pull it off next week at Nosey Road. So on behalf of your Saints video team, Peter Tushingham photography, Brian Pears your cameraman, myself Ron Hoof, I bid you farewell, a very unhappy farewell from Weldon Road, and I hope you'll join us at Nosey Road next week for the John Player Trophy tie with Hull.